Right now, here's a guy that we don't like to miss, and that is Pat Pagano, as he will bring us a look at our tri-state football here on the Breakfast Club. Morning, Pat.
Well, good morning to you, and good morning, everybody. And
What
boy,
a
it certainly behaved the way we thought it would, didn't it?
what a flub! Not here. It was not. It was nothing here.
I know,
Nothing. I mean, we got maybe an inch and a half of snow, and then we didn't even really get heavy rain.
I know. Oh, well, you didn't get the heavy rain. Sorry you missed out on that because everybody else did.
No, honest to God, I still got the inch and a half of rain out in front of my house. I mean, of snow that I had yesterday. So we must have gotten rain, but it wasn't heavy enough to wash the snow away. Is what I'm saying.
Right,
That's
right,
all.
right.
I mean, yeah, we did. We obviously got rain, but it wasn't that that the snow is still there.
Yeah, I know. And they got dumped on across, across New Hampshire. Um, they got 1.25 inches of water, and half of that was snow, but then it was washed away as well. So that's what we kind of thought would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's out of the way now. And on, I won't say the bigger and better things, but on we go. Considerable clouds and windy today, 40 to 45. The wind gusts today, about 35 miles an hour. Clear tonight, mid-20s. Partly cloudy, breezy Friday, 35 to 40. Some sun on Saturday, 40 to 45. Mainly cloudy Sunday, 40 to 45. Later Sunday night into Monday, we could get a few rain or snow showers with a front. Then that front will go just to the south, and a low will form along that front, and it could bring a touch of snow on Tuesday or in time for the new month of February. However, I have to tell you, I don't see tremendous indications of the real Arctic air returning by next weekend the way I thought it would. I just don't see it. Unless even the modeling is missing it, I don't see it at this point. I know you have a big
Weekend, yeah, February
weekend
3rd,
coming up.
4th, and 5th. But
And
as long as the temperatures are for like 40 during the day and the 40s and get down below to freezing at night,
right.
they're fine. They make tons of snow. They make tons of snow.
Okay, well, I think that will definitely happen. I certainly do think that the weekend will be colder, especially, let's say, as we go into Thursday, Friday, Saturday should be cold. I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at Sunday, and I would say Sunday will probably be getting up to about 40 degrees next Sunday, not this Sunday.
Yeah.
So prior to that, it will be cold for a few days, but then up to 40. This always happens every year. The lake ice fishing contest up at our summer home usually takes place the same weekend as your what do you call it? Jump Fest?
Yeah, Jump Fest, yeah.
Jump Fest. And it's scheduled for next Saturday, but their lake has no ice, and they need 4 inches thick. So he puts out a memo this morning. Now remember, the memo goes to everybody, every member. But God forbid the guy who's doing this, who's a tenant up at the lake, God forbid he would ever write me and say, Pat, what you think? Because they don't. And I'm not offering or volunteering my services. I do enough there. So he writes this morning, if we don't have 4 inches solid by next Saturday, then we will try for February 25th. February 25th is our movie premiere. And there are several people who go ice fishing who also are in the movie and come to the movie premiere. So now it's a conflict. And I could say right now, at least what I think, I don't think they're having an ice fishing contest this year.
Well, first of all, so the ice fishing contest is set for the 3rd, right?
Saturday.
Saturday. All right. So now, it is now
Saturday, 4th.
the 4th. Okay. So it's now January 26th. I will tell you, there's no way
There's going to be 4 inches.
There's
of
going
ice.
to be 4 inches of ice by the 26th. Never mind by the next Saturday. I don't think on the date that the second date that he has.
But
It really has to be cold for a long period of time.
time consistently.
Yeah.
And that, from what I can see right now, that is not in the cards. That is not right through the middle part of February. I don't see that in the cards. I do see this little influx coming in next week of Arctic air. Like I told you, maybe we'll get a little snow Wednesday or Tuesday and a Wednesday. Then it gets colder Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and begins to moderate on Sunday. So maybe you get 2 or 3 days. That's not going to do it. So I'm not going to worry about it. But again, like I said, if that were you and you were running the contest, you would say, hey, you know what?
If
Pat's a meteorologist, I'll give Pat a call. Let's see what he thinks.
Well, yeah,
but they don't.
That's it. If I was running the contest and I knew that a meteorologist lived in our area that we're doing, of course you would.
Right. So that to me, and I get on this soapbox every year. And then, of course, they had a meeting, phone meeting, Zoom meeting, Tuesday night concerning the dance and the picnic. And they were going to vote on it. This is the board. And the board voted to have both this coming year. Now, we heard from the guy who does the picnic, and he said, well, yeah, they're going to be having both, blah, 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 blah. We said, yeah, okay, fine. And then we hear from one of the board members saying, we have voted to go ahead with both, and we are recommending that you have your dinner dance June 26th, the same day as our annual meeting, because more people will show up to the dance. Well, we have records for 22 years, and more people show up for the dance in September than they do in June. And I think the reason for it is June, you have graduations, proms, weddings. There's a lot of things going on in June. September, it's not that bad. So we politely wrote back and said, we are going to be too busy in June. And the too busy, Marshall, is we're going to be working on fixing up our cabin. And and right now it's too late to book entertainment for June. So we are opting for September. And if you feel that's not an option, feel free to go and find somebody to produce your dance in June.
Have they responded yet?
Nope. Just had it, Marshall. Just had it. The dance. This will be the 23rd annual dance that I'm doing, and of course, 31 years of doing a movie project, all to keep the tax status and get no thanks at all. So.
And just imagine, what you bought that cabin for what, $1,000 or something?
$1,000.
And did you ever think that it would involve so much other work?
No. No, and right now my prime concern is when I get up there in the spring, I know they won't be finished with that cabin. We're going to have to go out, pick out floors, pick out paint, get different things. I mean, there's a lot to be done, and that's going to take me May, June, and maybe even into July. So I'll put the dance in on September. You don't like it? Yeah, you're free to do it yourself.
Well, just imagine though, once the cabin's all done this time,
it's going to be so nice.
You'll spend more time up there. You will.
I will, and I won't have the movie to bog me down because that movie, I start building sets in August, and then once September rolls around, there's no recreation. It's movie every weekend. I mean, you can't even go to a like an Oktoberfest or like a fall festival or anything like that. There's no time.
Well, you'll have a nice new all refreshed cabin. You'll have time, and you'll get to enjoy that investment that you made many years ago.
many years ago, exactly.
And you were just a teenager, right, when you got that?
I was, yeah. That's why I got that. And remember, back then you didn't own the land, so we were paying a lease, a big deal, $130 a year was the lease, and that's why I got the cabin for $1,000. Yeah. Interesting.
Well, hey, I think that's a great story.
Thank you.
You can invest $1,000. Your cabin's probably worth at least, I would figure, $100,000 now, right?
No, well, before the renovations, I think I could have gotten 80.
Yeah.
With the renovations, including the bathroom and the shower and everything like that, I could probably get it up to about 100.
Well, that's quite a good return on investment. I'm
Yeah, it
sorry.
sure is. Yeah, yeah,
100 to 1 is.
yeah, really. And talking about improvement, well, that's what happens with our weather too. Considerable clouds, windy, 40 to 45 today, mid 20s tonight. Partly cloudy, 35 to 40 Friday. Some sun, 40 to 45 Saturday. Mainly cloudy, 40 to 45 Sunday.
All right, Pat, we'll check with you as we wrap up the week tomorrow.
All right, sounds good, Marshall.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Pat Pagano this morning in the Weather Center with a check on our tri-state forecast here on the Breakfast Club on Robin Hood Radio.